cool.
But we are good. Welcome to the Inner Sanctum. This is a rebirth, if you will.
Yeah.
It's a resurrection because I cleared the YouTube. The prequels are no longer there. They're present on Patreon. Go there and find them. There's some gold there, but
Patreon for those that speak English.
Patreon, obviously. You know, obviously. If you're watching this, you know. But fucking, we got a whole new setup. We don't sound like shit anymore.
Brand new audio mixer.
Yeah, we got sound effects.
Yeah.
I told Ty, even when we were like building this from the beginning, we loved the show iCarly growing up. Like, I wanted a fucking clicker just like Sam had, and now I have one. This is exactly what I wanted.
Pretty gay.
Yeah, I don't know. There's about, I think, 14 videos up on the Patreon now. So, and this will be the only one on YouTube.
Yeah,
so.
there's some good content.
There's some good ones.
And you get to see like how amateur the podcast was before we had a good setup.
And the damn Do-Man stories on that
There's
one.
some classic stories on there.
Yeah.
Which we might get into some on this podcast just because we're going to go through and introduce ourselves. But
the
it was
Patreon
all set
is
up.
prequels.
We were just on the couch. Now we've got the mantle. It's all decorated. Ray gun up there. So
It's just, gosh, it just feels so much warmer. Like this,
it's looking up.
this wasn't just I was butt naked on a couch, almost like there ain't nothing around me. It's just a shitty old '80s
We
couch.
customized the chairs.
Yeah.
These are new.
Just fucking show these bad boys off for the camera.
That's
Customized.
Got two
Top to
crosses here because Christ is Lord. We will get into that later.
I'm into space and weird shit and into the Enigma and dolphins. So that's what my fucking chair is for the fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
And stay tuned for the On the Wall podcast. That'll be next on the agenda.
Yeah, that's where we're really
Its
cool.
slate is also being wiped clean. So
Here, the introduction of the Italiano will be
the Italian stallion.
But yeah, man, this shit, I mean, completely fucking different. Like, just feels like a pod now. Where it just kind of felt like we were interviewing to be on the next like pod, like as if it were an audition.
Right.
We're on the audition couch. If you know what I mean.
But yeah, he's Weston. I'm Ty. We're brothers. If you don't know us, I kind of figured most
You guys
people.
are the only people that call me Weston, bro. Everybody else call me Wes.
I figure, you know, like most people that'll watch this probably know who we are, but for those that don't,
Oh, we got to see into the future. We have a whole crowd.
yeah, an entire audience.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, me and Mateo is more of like kicking shit, like you're kind of like talking about all kinds of whatever. But when me and you have conversations, we really dive into the abyss. Shit, you ain't hearing. We're in the inner sanctum. This is the inner sanctum right here. A fireside chat.
Yeah, you guys will enjoy these conversations. I'm somebody who will analyze the world, and I will give you my assumptions.
I'll tell you right now.
They won't be
my
presented
brother,
as fact, all of it, but I will give you facts that lead you to think a certain way, maybe.
My brother is cut from the same cloth as Alex Jones. When you get him going, he'll lay down a hurting about some conspiracies, weird shit.
Yeah, but
It's like Snapple type of facts.
makes
on
you think, though, don't it?
Sometimes I'm like, woof.
I mean, sometimes they're out there.
Right,
You're
yeah.
gonna get those. Those are just the fun
Part of the
ones.
process.
The out there ones are the fun ones, like Michelle Obama being a dude.
You are steady on this. Why do you want her to have a cock so bad? Like, I don't understand.
She already has one. I didn't will her cock into existence. It was already there.
No, you're a...
Unless he got it cut off.
No, you literally are walking up to a well right now, throwing in a penny, and your wish
Dude,
is...
I know a tranny.
Please let Michelle Obama
I know
have
a
the cock.
tranny when I see one, bro. Them shoulders are too broad. Them
Why
arms
do
are
you know?
too big.
I'm curious,
Because
how you know?
I've seen transgenders, bro. I just instinctually can look at somebody and be like, man.
Hey,
or
yo,
woman.
pause is right. How you know? Well, how's your process of spotting a trans?
Because
They're not
you
Where's Waldo.
can instinctively look at somebody and tell if they're a male or a female by their fucking bone structure. She's
Sort
got
of.
some wide ass shoulders. She looks like a fucking dude.
You used to say this about my ex-girlfriend, Frank.
She also looked like a fucking dude. She was 6 foot tall, had broad ass shoulders.
I assure
and
you there
could
wasn't
hit
a cock
softball
inside.
350 feet. That's a dude.
Yeah, that was my bro for a minute. We were practicing together. We were breaking in the fucking
Yeah, I bet you were.
the annex to go put the grind on.
I can't believe she didn't go gay on you.
I was real shocked too. Me and mom had like a bet on whether or not she was gonna go full B and never go B, or go gay.
If I
wasn't
was
sure.
a betting man, I would have fucking put a lot of dollars on her going fucking queer.
Oof. But Ty said that, not me. He's the
This
bad
is
one
my
that loves to
opinion.
throw homophobic slurs.
I'm giving my
But, I don't know.
thought process.
Swimmer was not on the bet sheet, but no,
She was,
I don't know. I never thought she looked like a man.
dude, she did the most annoying shit ever. She used to constantly fucking sniff. This bitch
Oh
would
my
just be
God.
sitting there, bro. There's nothing wrong with her. No cold, nothing. She's sitting there fucking.
I'll never forget. After we got out the car, we
She
went to
was
Boo at
a
the zoo.
sniffling ass.
When we got out of Boo at
dude.
the zoo, and Dad was like, "I thought that was your fucking ass back there, dude. I almost
Oh.
told you to blow your fucking nose." I was like, "What me, bro?" Even other girls at school were like, "Dude, do you ever get annoyed by that?" And I was like, "It just
Dude,
eventually get
constantly.
desensitized." I was desensitized.
Like
to it.
she had Tourette's or something.
You know what
It was
being desensitized to some shit feels like? Come on now.
Fuck no, I got rid of that hoe. Like month
No.
later.
You,
That woman. Sorry.
yeah, come on. I don't know. He can't even. He disrespects women so much that he even says the word like woman or woman weird.
What do you mean? I love women.
They're not Yemen. This is like a whole milk
I love-
conversation with you.
I love Yemen.
They aren't, dude. This is like Cool Whip to me. Like this is they're women. They're not women. Women. It's like you're women.
Well, it's plural. There's a woman, and then there's women.
It's not a moose meese type of word, pal. It's just an A for an E.
No, it's a
Women.
It's a singular,
Women.
which is woman, and then plural, which is women.
What's the opposite of the men's room?
Is
The
water
women's room.
wet?
The women's room. No, it's the woman's room. Like it's not that hard. It's woman.
I get what you're saying.
This is the milkshake.
I get woman, but it's like if you're to say the plural, of that,
Separate
you
the-
don't say womans, you say
Okay.
women.
What's the first part of the word? W-E.
I need a third party input here, Mateo.
So, unfortunately, I will say, when you say one woman, it's a woman. W-O-M-A-N.
What's plural?
And for multiple of those things, it's spelled W-O-M-E-N.
M-E-N.
So I
Women.
would say woman.
Yes, thank
Woman.
you.
Woman. I mean, this is just how I pronounce it.
Woman.
You're
and
saying
woman.
you're saying
Woman and woman.
you're putting two E's.
woman.
Thank you. You can do it. Dude, you're like too much like Bobby, bro. You can't even say like bottom. Like, bro, what? Our mom does this too. She can't say the
Anyways.
word fucking milk. Right?
Anyways, love them. Whatever they are, love them.
That was fun.
Don't want to get misconstrued
Dude.
here on my semantics of women.
Dude, we literally did this with mom before too. She like says the word milk, like milk. But I'll say, all right, what do you get from Steak and Shake? A milkshake. How do you say milkshake, but you can't say
They
milk?
say all kinds of fucked up things. They can't say crayon.
Still, crown. You say
Yeah.
crown.
But let's
don't you?
get into some juicy conspiracies.
Guide the way. Hold the torch.
Let me think of one.
That's what we should just say. We should just say hold the torch.
Well, we could just talk about Putin for a second. Because
You want to get me back on
that
that?
that is a man that has been misconstrued in the American public for like a decade now.
And it's about to be brought to life for old Tucky.
Because
the
does he
tugboat.
do some communist shit? Of course, he's a communist leader.
country.
He's a leader of a communist country. Of course he does.
But he's not fucking-
When it comes to his core values, I feel like that we have possibly gotten some false information that he might not be as bad of a guy as he's made out to be. But I don't know that, so that's why I'm curious to see the interview. Because I know we've been
Sure to be
lied.
juicy.
I know we've been lied to some extent about Putin, but I just am curious as to how much.
Yeah, because like you can't even go on YouTube and look up a Vladimir Putin fucking interview, and if it is, it's like,
He's a damn unicorn.
yeah, right, he's Bigfoot. They can't get him. I don't even know if he's real.
It's like,
What do you
He's
mean, bro? You can find videos of
He's
him
that
driving
damn-
F1 cars. He's completely.
I know, I've seen the one of him riding a horse.
He's that damn Dagestani chupacabra.
He is the damn chupacabra.
Dude, he fucking, he's in and out. You don't hardly see him. He don't speak nothing but Russian.
Like, I still like feel like they went over with the
Is
fucking...
Putin Muslim or is he a Christian?
I'm pretty sure he's Christian.
What is he, Mr.
Can you
Producer?
Google that for us?
Mateo's Googling.
Because to my understanding, he's a Christian.
I don't fucking know. All I know is he rides horses. That's about as much
But
as
I
I can
also
tell
know
you.
he was former KGB. He was.
Fuck's that?
It's like their version of
CIA.
that CIA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
Ah.
Dude, there's a theory like when he walks, his I think it's his right hand stays down by his side, and everyone's like, "Oh, he has a disease, like some mental, it's the onset of Parkinson's." But they've actually like discussed it, and they say that the reason that his arm stays by his side is because the KGB train their agents to always have their hand ready for their weapon.
That
Damn.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they like
Checks
they
out.
train them like military.
Oh, and the only other fucking Putin video I've ever seen is that bird that salutes him. Have you ever seen that clip? It looks
Well, I'll
like
tell
they
you
got a
what.
remote control bird.
Hot take. I'll take Putin over Joe Biden if I had to pick my leader.
Joe Biden's a wet paper bag. I mean, yes. He's a fucking half-eaten bag of Doritos.
I think I would take probably most world leaders over Joe Biden.
He literally, dude, the clip I showed you in the car.
But another conspiracy. Pretty sure he's dead.
God damn it.
Pretty sure they just wheeled out some old dude from the nursing
You
home
heard it here
and
first,
put a
folks.
Joe Biden mask on him, and they just wheel him out there and tell him to read what's on the screen.
You've heard it here first, folks. Joe Biden's dead and Michelle Obama's got a cock.
Allegedly, I'm just asking questions.
I'm just asking questions.
So on the Putin thing, so Putin, I guess he said like to what the article I'm reading from fucking think tank and whatever other various things. It says that he has like a unusual symbiotic relationship between the Orthodox Church and Putin. Like that he allowed the church to return to its prominence and support it in a way
In
unheard
Eastern
of
Europe?
since the revolution.
So
So
more
I guess during the
Catholic?
revolution, the fucking all that shit. Maybe I mean I have to read and figure
Okay.
it out, but
So
I
he
think
is
he
Christian.
supports. It says overall.
But if he's Orthodox Christian, that means that he was a supporter of like the Eastern Church, the Eastern Orthodox, which is like
Just
Romania,
like Orthodox Church.
Yeah, or it's called Eastern Orthodox.
Okay, what's
It's one of the oldest.
What's their
denominations.
ideology difference?
It's basically like what Catholicism was before the
corruption?
before the Romans corrupted it. Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of like a bad misrepresentation of Eastern Orthodoxy.
Yeah.
Because it's more than that, but they do a good job of like explaining what God isn't. Like they take what the word says and like they'll be able to say like God isn't this, God isn't that, he's this. So they
But do they explicitly say this?
Yeah, based on what the word is, to my understanding. I've never been to an Orthodox church, but
Neither have I.
good on Putin. The Orthodox Church is an ally.
I don't know. That's why I've never you'll never hear me as saying fuck Vladimir Putin because I don't know shit about him.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know anything about him either. I only know
Like
what the
I'm not
media
gonna
has said
say
about him.
anything. I hate a certain government leader because of what their country or their government's like. If I don't know anything about the person, then how am I supposed to hate them?
From what I know about Russia and
You know?
from what I know about Ukraine, I like Russia a lot more. Ukraine has like a long history of corruption.
Did you see that video of Tucker doing it? He's like talking to the dude that's like pitching the Ukraine shit, and he's like, "Dude, I do understand Russia. I do." Like he's like,
I mean, I don't blame him. Like
he knows a lot of
he
shit.
knows
so, I
a
mean-
lot more about it than I do, and even what I know about Ukraine being corrupt is
Well, yeah, I think it's well. I mean, my standpoint is we've literally gave them, and we're just gave them another like $100
Right.
billion. Like, I mean, dude, we're literally just propping their country up at our detriment. Like, you don't think we could invest hundreds of billions into this massive fucking homeless problem that we have? Like,
or the border issue.
or
that
just
they're-
cleaning up.
They
big
won't even
cities
they won't even
post-COVID.
let Texas control their own border. Texas tried to put up walls and tried to secure their border on their own, and the United States government went in there with equipment and took it all down.
Right.
That's insane. Like, how the fuck? How can they get away with that?
I know that there was like a little meme going around about them seceding, but I don't think that'll happen.
I wouldn't blame them if they did.
I hope not.
I
I
would
don't
hope-
want civil war.
I don't either, but I wouldn't blame them if they did.
perhaps.
The way the country's being run right now, they'd be better off as their own republic state.
Maybe. I want to go to fucking Texas real bad. Check her out.
Yeah, I've never been.
We got to go to a Kill Tony show. Goodness gracious. That Undertaker, Rick Diaz, fucking, oof. God, have me cackling in the car, dude. Like you wouldn't believe. That's my favorite, and I don't care what you fucking say. It's the most entertaining show on planet Earth right now. It's so fucking different than anything you've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good show.
Shit's, I mean, revolutionized an industry. I mean, because, I mean, it's a long road to be a stand-up, but look at Cam Patterson or somebody like him that goes up and then, boom, I don't have to, I already am as funny as these guys, but this is all the exposure I needed type. I think that shit's just really fucking cool. I want to go check Austin out. Like, that comic scene looks fucking electric, and I want to check her out. Could you imagine going to a show with Shane Gillis, fucking Ari Shaffir, I know that unfortunately they had Bert, and then like they just had a whole lineup of just fucking beasts. Like, there's no room I'd rather be in than in that mothership room witnessing that. Like, that's like Comedy Store level-esque type shit, is at least what
Yeah,
they
it's
used to
definitely
talk
cool.
about.
It's definitely cool. But I'm not as big into comedy as you are.
I love that shit. You're the one that got me into it, though. That's what's crazy. During COVID, right after we got done beefing, the way that we broke the beef is he just literally walked into my bedroom door with a 30 rack of fucking Busch Light, and we watched Tiger King. Got too fucked up, but then Ty showed me a comic that I actually don't really like anymore. Don't mind the dude, whatever. But Bert Kreischer showed me The Machine, and then showed me Ari's show This Is Not Happening of Tom Segura. And then I stayed up that entire night and watched nothing but This Is Not Happening. So I found Duck and Trussell. I found Joey Diaz. I found Ali Sadiq. These are some of the guys that, like, I still watch, like, and love their shit. Like,
I don't know. Since that night, the minute I saw stand up, I was like, that shit is like it. I like it more than almost music.
Yeah.
And I stopped watching TV. All I watch is podcasts and comedy.
Yeah, I don't know. I've like recently I've been kind of not enjoying like entertainment like that as much.
Por qué?
Where it's like
How so?
I don't know. I just like when I sit down and read my Bible, like it talks so much about idolatry. And like when I see like a bunch of people that will tune in like on that hour every time their favorite comedian or podcaster or musician or whatever entertainment avenue puts out some sort of content, they're like boom, 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 right on top of it. And it like seems to me like they're worshiping it. Because that's kind of like the way the Bible
I mean, I
describes
can't
it.
really
It's like-
knock that view because I mean, like you guys said that about like me with football. And it's not wrong. Like I will watch the Dolphins play
Right.
every Sunday at 1, 4, 7, whatever it might be. But don't call me. I'm not doing shit else.
Right.
And and it does make me think. Like, am I idolizing that shit a little
Right.
too much?
So like
but it is
recently,
like just an outlet.
Like when I take in like any kind of entertainment, it's like I don't know, I feel kind of icky.
But I see it more as like an escape than an idolization. That's where I think it's a little different. Because I had time to think about it. I was like,
But that's
because
where,
that's where I don't do work. I'm not doing schoolwork. I'm not recording, doing any writing, anything like that. I'm not.
Right.
This is my
But that's like
couple
where-
hours that I get, and then everything else can come back to me at this time. But like that's what I used to play video games for, and I really stopped for the most part. Until we moved in here, I was playing a little bit because it's right there and it's so goddamn tempting. It's like meth and seeing fucking coke right there, and I'm a cokehead. Like I played a little bit, way more sparingly than I used to. But like I don't know, to fill that void, I kind of just do set those times, and then that kind of gets me through everything else. And I still live and let my faith and everything be shown and all of that. But
Right, but I think like when it talks about like the word being like the anchor of your life is like instead of going and escaping to video games or going to escape and listen to music is like sit down and read the Bible and
But that's more of an
not
everyday
escape,
thing.
But like be able to read what's written in there, know it's the word of God, and then reflect on it based on how you've acted that week or that day. And it's more of like sit back and instead of like turn your brain off or put it into a video game, it's like if you read your Bible during that time, then you wouldn't turn your brain off necessarily, but you'd have time to, instead of think about what's going on right now, to sit back and reflect and see like how you're doing.
I don't know. I kind of just my viewpoint on it is that my faith is something I practice every day. Like I delegate every time I wake up, every time before I go to bed, I pray. Right. So it's like that's more of an everyday practice. I just got 2 days a week where I know I have shit that's about to drop. I got nothing set up for it, and that's Dolphins games and Killzone. Like that's. Watch that shit as soon as it drops. But I mean, like, I try to pray every day. Now, do I forget some days? Of course, but
Right, but just because you're praying doesn't mean I don't know. It's like prayer is a good thing, yes, but that's like one piece of the puzzle.
I got a Bible next to
not
my bed as well.
It's not going to be a detriment to you to pray and do nothing else, but you would get more out of it if you prayed and read the Bible and went to church and got involved in the church community and did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, but I don't work in the church. That's the thing.
Well, you don't have to. It's like,
I don't know. I still haven't like found. I mean, I like this one I've gone to in town, but no, I'm not gonna say any names of these churches. I wouldn't know your end either. But like I don't know. That's kind of the struggle that I have because I don't know if it's just encoded in me from all the sports that we play growing up or whatever, but like there is a sense of whenever I get into a church, I want to be a part of their team. So if I don't feel that feeling that time, like it's hard for me to want to go back.
You know what I mean?
It's not really.
Where back home, I've had that until that they changed up leadership and it was way different. But before that,
Well, it's not really what church is about. Church is about helping people find God and like.
John will tell you it's more community.
Well, that's the thing is like to help people find God. You do it by your actions, not your tongue. So
Yeah.
it's like you go out into the community and you do the works of God and you inspire other people to want to do it too. So that's where the community
I do
comes
that.
from, but it's not community just for the sake of, oh, I'm doing good works and I'm going to be saved by doing good works. It's like, I am a Christian, I am a follower of God. If I'm a follower of God, I need to do this, and this is going to inspire people to want to also follow God. That's why it talks about sowing good seeds and bearing good fruit. Like, you sow all of the good seeds by doing good works in your life. And by doing that, you reap the fruits of the seeds that you sowed. And that is all of the people that you're bringing into the kingdom of heaven. So it's like,
I have nothing else to do other than nod my head at that.
like prayer is just like one piece of the puzzle, is all I'm saying.
You're not getting any pushback from me on that.
Yeah. But, I mean, I do think it's important to talk about God just because I think that's part of the fall of society is when you take God out of it. Because all of the foundations we have regarding society for thousands of years were based on the commandments of God. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, shouldn't be adulterous. There used to be laws against that. Like, those are all foundational from the Bible. So, like, if you take God out of society, you're removing the very foundation of society. And that's how we get to where we are. We're fucking damn near everything that you see, if you fucking look at your cell phone, is unbiblical. Like, pride this
I
and
see a
pride
lot of
that.
religious shit on my phone, all everywhere.
I don't know.
It's algorithm based. It's
not on
what
the-
you're
the
into, really. What
mainstream.
your phone's feeding you. Yeah, mainstream. Yes,
Yeah,
I will
I
give
mean,
you.
like, mainstream. Like, if you turn
Like you're talking
on,
music, television,
yeah, music,
the trending
TV,
videos.
radio, like, any of that.
Except for the radio you tuned in last night. Good God.
You can find it out
Dude,
there.
talk about the radio station that we found last night.
It was like, if
We
you've
were going
seen
to-
the movie 2012, it was like Charlie from 2012, like crazy dude. You could tell he was just like a nutcase behind a mic in a studio.
God, he was just like
He was one of like
those
the
rat Democrats.
the right wing political commentators. Like, he is just going in on Joe Biden.
It was crazy. I was like, whoa, what is this? This is crazy. I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah, he was a nut job.
Just yelling into the void.
Yeah.
High frequency rage.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like you can't talk about the fall of society without talking about them taking God out of it.
I don't know. I think it's just
See, where we're different is I like getting other perspectives. Like, I value getting things out of other branches of religion and ideology. Where I have my beliefs and my faith and my works that I do, but I still listen and absorb what all other people are thinking just because I'm curious like that. Like, I get fascinated by certain aspects of Islam. I'm fascinated by certain, because I mean, I took a whole class on it my freshman year up in Lincoln, and it was Intro to Worldviews, and that really, like, I didn't even
To
know
be
I liked it like
informed and
that.
fascinated about it is fine, but to take it and practice it is a whole other thing.
Right. I don't know. That's like,
'Cause if you take it and you start practicing parts of each religion, you're following none of them.
like, I don't think everything that isn't about God is taking God out of it,
But I think that there's a lot of different ways to show that. And I just think that good in the world and putting good out there is good enough for me. Like, I don't need it to be religious or God has to be intertwined, because I really do respect and love the idea of our country being separate, or supposed to be separate from church and state.
Well, of course it is. I wouldn't force anybody to become a Christian, but if I talk about it and somebody hears what I'm saying and they feel the same way, then they have at least an avenue to be like, okay, well, if that's what I agree with, then maybe I should pursue Christianity.
And like, you know, as a Christian,
to me,
like,
I 100% believe that it's the right way.
yeah, and I mean, like, as a Christian, I'll still go out there, and if people ask me my things about it, like, I'll still say my piece and hope that they take that in, and hope that they, like, you know, respect my ideology and theology and all of that. But it's like, I'll never look at another branch or denomination or whatever sort of other religion and be like, no, that's wrong. Like, I'll never see mine as superior, because we're all people and we all don't know anything. So it's like, I can't knock a human just believing in something else. Like, as long as it's good, and like I've told almost everybody I meet, it's like, as long as you believe in a God, that's good enough for me. Like, that doesn't have to be God or Allah or any sort of whatever you call him is fine for me, as long as you recognize there's a higher power and you contribute your good to the world and society as a whole. Like,
I mean,
vice
yes,
versa,
but like,
society and the world as a whole.
the reason that Christians want those people to convert to Christianity is because we're taught in our book to love all people. And if you love all people and you believe that this is the way that you could earn salvation for your soul, then we want everybody that we come in contact with to see that light and to walk in that direction so that their soul's saved, because we're taught to love everybody. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I don't know.
it doesn't come from a place of you're wrong, your religion is this and that. Like, sometimes it comes out that way, but it's like, it's just
one
like
thing I've always wondered with Christians, and like myself included, it's like, what's the better way to show that? To show them what the Bible says and all these different things, or is to show them how good I run my household, how steady I am at my job, how much I help my community, how much I contribute to that, how I keep my living space, how I run my household, all that kind of stuff, you know? Like, I think that people can see that and relate to that easier than, here's this quote, this is what, like, but it depends on who you're talking to, obviously, or who's perceiving it, but I don't know. I just think it's easier for people to draw correlations that are universally kind of
just happens
related.
naturally. Like, if you do something and somebody admires what you do and they ask you why you did it that way, that's your opportunity to explain to them. The Bible says this.
But
I looked at that and I applied it to my life, and that's why I do this that way.
Right. That's why I'm saying that, because like I think that you're getting a lot more curiosity and you're providing that branch. Like, I almost look at like my walk as a Christian, and like the things that I know and the things that it's done for me and my family and all of that is like approaching a baby deer. Like, if I'm like, here it all is, then they're gonna be like, ah, fuck. But if like they're seeing the way I'm kind of vibrating, doing all of my like stuff I have going on around me, all that stuff, then they're gonna be more curious and more comfortable and come up to you and want it. And you're gonna get more out of somebody for them coming to you than you coming to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Because, like, if you just go right in somebody's face and you just start preaching to them,
They're like,
and nobody wants to hear that. So,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's just kind of out of all the years that I've kind of gone through this, that's just kind of how it is for me. Like, I just let people come to me for it, then here it all is. Because I don't know. And I've made better connections that way, because I've tried it the other way as well. But it did, like, whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah, Michelle Obama's a dude. And Joe Biden's
God is good, and God is good.
God is good.
And weed should be legal.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is insane.
But hot. But hot.
She's pretty hot.
And let's fucking me and fart too.
Oh, I did hear her pass gas.
I'm the one that showed you it.
Yeah.
And I showed you the infrared thing that they did. You could see the cloud, and you can they fuck around with that audio file of her saying that, and you can hear it clear as day.
Yeah, she shaded herself.
She went. We need a fart button, damn it. Badly.
How do we
add
not
that
have
to
a
the list?
fart button? What the fuck? Hit me with a bomba clat.
Bomba clot. What other ones we got?
I don't know.
Legalize weed. Long rips. Good for the soul. Unless you do it too much and then you get the Green Goblin like me and it just tears you apart. Mental anguish style. Dude, you want to talk about that a little bit? You mind if I get into how bad weed puts me sometimes? Because even I've noticed it now. I ate just edibles. Like if I talked a little bit about this like around the house, but it was me saying to Mateo, like, if I do it before I go to bed, I will just be sitting there like, fuck, dude, fuck, everything's fucked. Dude, I'm gonna fucking fail. No one thinks I'm funny. Nobody. Everyone thinks I'm fucking dumb. Like, you are dumb. You're fucked, dude. This is all gonna fail. Like, dude, it is like, oh man, I wish like I could describe it better than that, but that is just, it's, go watch No Way Home. I'm Norman Osborn in that alley. The Green Goblin is like, you are weak, pathetic, coward. We have a new world to conquer. You know, like, leave me alone. Like, I just, oh, dude. But oh man, we were working down in Inglewood whenever we first moved down to Florida, and my father gave us a couple of these edibles. Ty takes his, I take the other.
Allegedly.
And Ty's chilling, and I was like, dude, do you remember what I said to you? I was like, these edibles
are kicking my ass.
dude, like I felt like I was being kicked in my head, like just that everything can go wrong, will go wrong. Just like every single bad thing that you could think of. It was just like a bad trip almost. I don't know. Edibles are like a fucking.
I don't know. I have that shit. I just fucking get high.
See, I wish, bruh. I wish. Even if I'll be sitting here sometimes, hit that bitch too hard, too many times. I'll be sitting there like, oh, there it is. I feel it. I hear you. You're not that loud right now. Oh, fuck. He's here.
You've got to defeat him.
He's here. Fuck.
You just got to kick his ass.
It's tough, man. It's loud. Real. But on the edibles, it's like, motherfucker has bullhorn, bro. Just
Just
screaming.
gotta fucking give him one in the neck.
If I do it a little bit, fine. I'm like, oh, dude. I'm fucking Drake in my head. Fucking everything's cool. I'm cool. Everything cool. As soon as I get too high, it's like, bruh, you're a faggot. Like that's basically what it is, right?
I don't have that shit. But, fucking New World Order, they're going to do fucking.
Add to the list. Joe Biden,
They're gonna
dead. Michelle Obama,
They're gonna
cock.
release
God is good.
Disease X on us.
New World Order has ensued.
Disease X. They're plotting. They're planning.
Potential pandemic?
They're saying it's going to be a potential Black Swan event.
I don't know. I've been hearing a lot about the power grid, especially after me and you talked about it.
ZX. They're gonna hit us with another pandemic, and then the power grid's gonna go down while everybody's locked in their houses.
Well, not, dude. Like, think of the thing I just fucking showed you the other day. It was like
They can't let Daddy Trump
The fear
back.
with like all the electric cars is like, what if the electric grid goes down? We don't have any more gas fucking powered vehicles at all, and then nobody's allowed to move, and then that's kind of a
you
scary
just
thing.
do what they
if
want.
if the power goes out,
What
everybody's
would they
kind
do?
of. I think I give it a week, bruh, before it just people are fucking losing their minds. Like if there's no power,
I fucking kick him in the nuts.
swiftly.
Kick him right in the fucking nuts if they try something.
Dude, I got pissed, dude. Trying to delete
What
it.
are we at time wise?
I can't tell if it's been short or long.
40 minutes.
Or
Bring up a new theory, rant about it. I'm gonna go piss real quick.
okay.
That's all.
So Taylor Swift, she is a witch. She
Taylor Swift is a
fucking
bitch.
her concerts are energy vacuums. She has like big fucking swirling portals and shit and witchcraft on her screens behind her while she's performing at her concerts, and it sucks all the energy in and she uses it for witchcraft.
I can believe it, bro. Energy is a real thing. I believe every human has energy. That's how like people can feel emotions and feel shit. And so like
Yeah.
when you're at a concert, that's
And
a
if you know
big pool of energy.
witchcraft, you can harness that energy.
I don't know if it's witchcraft because I feel like you can manipulate the energy around you.
Yeah.
But in terms of like a concert's a huge pool of energy, bro. And if you want to do some negative shit, like I don't know no fucking witchcraft, so that's why I can't say it. I don't know.
I don't either, but I do know magic exists. It's in the book of Exodus. Whenever Moses is doing all those plagues on humanity, like, you know, with his staff where he like sends like flies on them and frogs. He makes frogs rain from the sky. Well,
Yeah.
the Egyptians that were like opposing Moses, the pharaohs, they had magic too, and they were able to make frogs and flies and all of that shit. So they did have magic that wasn't from God. It was
Bruh.
like a dark magic.
I heard you shit on
So-
Taylor Swift as I'm walking
She's
through the
a
pisser.
witch.
No, she's not.
She has these big concerts, and she does a mass ritual where
Oh my
it
God.
harvests.
See, now this is where we get into the loony bin.
It harvests the energy of all the people in the audience, and then she uses it for witchcraft.
What? Can we? What? Where have you seen this?
This is my other personal theory of mine.
I don't think so.
It's confirmed.
That's why she's got everybody under a spell, bro. She's got a fucking. She cooked something up and put it on the world. Her songs stink, dude. I've
No,
heard
they
'em.
don't. I like Taylor Swift's music, bro.
Dude, her music's for 9-year-old girls. There's not enough 9-year-old girls to fucking buy all them tickets. She's got a spell on the world. If people like you think it's good, then there's no fucking way. It's got to be a spell. Because that shit is garbage.
I don't know.
And you know why it doesn't work on me? Because no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
I'm not like Swiftied out and run 13 on my hand. I'm just like, ah, man, I think some of her songs are good. Do I like her whole catalog? Nah, but
Dude, she's a witch.
I don't know. She looks like a nice person.
She
She's
looks
done
like
a lot
she
of good in the
practices
world.
witchcraft. She looks like she's got.
But if we want to knock her, the ways I'll knock her is how much she has beat the drum of all these different like liberal things, and then flies around in a private jet and emitting however much
she's
pollution.
evil.
Evil, I don't think is the right word.
She is. Nah,
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I don't know if she's actually.
I don't think you're joking. You hate her.
I don't hate her. I just like to fuck her out.
No, I'd fuck
It's
her
funny
around.
to say that she's a witch, and it like if I make it compelling like that, then it's even more funny.
If we're really on a witch watch, Kamala Harris is definitely on that list.
No, she's just retarded.
Gypsy curses. I don't know. She talks like she's gotten stoned for the first time. Like, she's not that much different from Joe. Like, he basically says, like, this is America. We can do whatever we want. We can do anything. It's like, dude, I thought that whenever I was like fucking 10.
He's a fucking moron. He's dead. He's dead. It's not even him. It's a fucking old dude at the retirement home reading words off a screen. That's all it is. He's dead. He's got to be dead. There's no way he's made it 4 more years. Unless they've just pumped him full of an insane cocktail.
That's what I
drugs.
think. I think he's just pumped.
If they were
shit.
just, if they like pumped him full of testosterone and like uppers,
He's popping
he could
Addies.
probably do it.
He's for sure popping Addies.
You think he's on Adderall?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
I
nah,
bet it's
dude.
some
Even
kind of
back when,
cocktail.
oh man, it was like a main event boxing match. That fucking debate at my school, up because it was 2020. I was up in Lincoln still. Dude, a whole dorm was just we had popcorn pop. We were ready for the showdown of the geezers, of the Don and the Ice Cream Man.
Dude, I can't wait for a Trump debate.
But dude, Trump
Yeah.
beat himself in those debates. Like,
Yeah,
say what you
he
want to.
shoulda let Joe
All you
talk
had to
more.
do was let him talk.
I've heard so many people say that. It's so true.
Like, he wouldn't
He
shut
just-
the fuck up. He was like,
just let the dude talk. He would have fucking.
and dude, Shane had like the perfect analysis too. And like, his kryptonite was when when Trump just would go crazy. He's just like, what? Like, he's not getting pissed like everybody else is getting pissed off at you.
He
dude.
doesn't even know what he's saying.
Yeah, he can't hear you. He's catching like every 4th word. You're on a brand new Mac. He's on the first model.
Yeah, he's probably on that CIA.
He's on the
LSD.
original Macintosh.
He's on that LSD from the CIA back in MK Ultra.
What? I was just hearing, dude, you gotta fucking listen to Aaron Rodgers, Joe Rogan podcast. Oh man, I want to get me an
What's
Aaron.
with all this podcast inception here? You keep bringing up other podcasts on our podcast.
Cause I like putting it out there. It's good shit.
I'm sure it is, but tell me that fucking later.
Nah, dude, it's worth talking about.
Our
Bro.
podcast is better.
I gotta get me a Rodgers fucking jersey. He's the man.
He's cool, but he's old. He's probably not gonna
Nah,
do that good next year.
he's fucking anti-vax. The villain of COVID wins 2 MVPs.
I mean, I could get on board with anti-vax for sure. He was definitely right about
Well,
all
no,
that.
that's like a weird, dude. Like, so this is what was bothering me about like shit with like whole PC and everything. They turn around and do the exact same thing. Like, you're not allowed to label people certain things. Like, we can't even say fat. You can't say anything about depression because it might offend somebody. You can't do anything that would point out a disability or an illness or any chronic thing. But to a person that just didn't want to get the COVID vaccine, but is into science, is an anti-vaxxer, is fucking stupid. Like, I mean, it's just like...
you disagree with them at all, you're a Nazi. Or
And it's like the same as like, oh, I don't agree with the Black Lives Matter movement. I
They're
think
just
that there's a lot
brainwashed,
of
dude.
money, like being the center of it. That doesn't make me a white supremacist. Like, it's just they have the same fucking labels. It's the same playbook. Why are you fucking calling the kettle black here? Like, with all this labeling and having to like censor the way you talk and be all politically correct. Like, you guys do the same shit, but it's okay if you do it.
Well, yeah, they're just brainwashed. There's no point in even trying to make sense of what they do. It's illogical to the core.
Oh man.
There's no point to try and be like, oh, this makes no sense. Well, duh, the whole fucking thing doesn't make sense.
True. But
They just
dude,
believe some
oh.
bullshit.
I know that there's something up, and they are scared shitless about Tucker going over and talking with Hillary. He's on Ukraine's kill list already.
I saw that.
I sent you that.
Yeah.
And then they brought out their dog. You know, if Hillary's coming out to say shit about you, they're bringing out that's like someone's on your lawn and they release the hounds. Like if they release
Last
the
thing
hounds,
you want is be an enemy.
you
of
don't
the
want
Clintons.
Hill Dog on you.
If you're an enemy of the Clintons, your fucking clock's ticking.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, Tucker.
You might drown in a 3-foot pool.
Dude, whatever money that all these Twitter views are getting you, you better be beefing up security, because you have done rattled the cage of the killers.
Yeah, you done fucked up. You're gonna stub your toe and snap your vertebrae.
Dude, it's like all the signs are there of this was not supposed to happen. How the fuck do we let this happen? Like, there is panic on that side. I'm not on even the other side of them, but I know that side's fucked up, and I'm all for seeing fucked up.
Breaking
get
news:
fucked up.
Tucker Carlson has recently died over an overdose.
Drowning in his own pool.
Known Christian and abstainer from drugs has overdosed in his apartment this week.
On Zen, believe it or not.
Yeah, he overdosed on Zen, dude. He had 16 pouches in his lips.
He had his crack filled up. He had him under his eyelids.
The stress from KGB and
Tucked under his
Putin
wiener.
forced him to commit suicide. Breaking news.
Yeah. Vladimir Putin kills Tucker Carlson. That would be
Can't wait to see that headline. It's literally Ukraine. It's the Vladimir Putin assassinates personally Tucker Carlson. It is in his home. He went in there and he strangled him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, oh man.
This just it. Hillary Clinton was on her island in the Bahamas. She was totally nowhere near Russia.
I don't know. I'm apolitical, but I'll tell you what I am is a curious cat, and there ain't nothing that spiked the curiosity meter on me then. And a literal unicorn getting interviewed on the biggest platform right now. 6 p.m. our time.
So it's already out.
Well, we get this. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, what are we at, Mateo? What's the time at?
It's 8:15 right now.
No, on the podcast.
Damn, it's already 8:15. Fuck.
It's 51 minutes.
Go for another like 15, 20.
If we can, but I want to watch that shit.
Oh, we're ripping lips. And Henry ain't fucking around. We got to take advantage of that.
He's being a good boy, as per usual.
But yeah, I don't know. But like, man, I do fucking hate both of them. I fucking hate Trump. I fucking hate Biden. Nah, do I think Trump's boogeyman? Like they just keep making him out to be? Nah.
I'm gonna vote for
But,
RFK.
yes.
And call it a day.
Bobby the man.
Yeah,
Regardless of whatever the fuck you think, like go read his books. Like good, yeah. I mean, there's a reason why dude ain't getting sued.
Yeah, and if you do believe in him, but you think Trump's gonna win, then don't be a pussy. Just vote for Bobby Kennedy, because you never know. He could win. He could do it.
But he's like that example of like, dude is not a whole anti-vaxxer. He's all for science. He's very put together and presents nothing but facts. It's a reason why he's never been sued. Like all the things that he puts out, all the things he says and reports on are literal facts.
Yeah, Robbie Bobby is the man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and I thought about that today, like having a professor that like openly like shits on Alex Jones almost every class. Like, you could say what you want to about like all of what he says is false and it's fake news or it's whatever the fuck he calls it. Just he basically just calls it lies. But my tell is if somebody gets sued for what they're saying. Because if a person's that pissed off at a lie that they told, then they could sue them, right? But if it's not a lie, I have no case. Like, so the only thing that he's been pressed about is Sandy Hook. And like, they laid the fucking hammer on him.
Right.
Like, because
he got tricked.
Yeah. But like, you can't tell me that he's just a constant lie teller for one lie if you guys are only saying to me
and suing him over one thing that he fucked up on.
Right, so he must be right about everything, damn near everything else. Either
Right.
that or it's so untrue that it doesn't matter.
How savage was he in court to bring up the Clintons killing people? Now, do I go to Alex Jones and say, like, this is how I take in news? No, but, like, do I think that he's wrong and a danger to democracy, or, like, he should be deplatformed?
I think
on
if
anything?
nothing
No.
else, he's very entertaining.
Biggest entertainer I know, bro.
I like to tune in.
Yeah, dude.
Not all the time, but I do tune
Right.
in.
I'm not, like, a religious listener or anything, but I'll tune in every now and then.
Yeah.
Support the resistance.
You are the resistance.
Yeah, that's it. You are the resistance. I don't know. You and Alex Jones are cut from the same cloth, though. When you
I respect Alex Jones.
when you get something to rant about, y'all don't know yet. You'll see it at some point, but he'll get something that he reads, and then he'll dive deep on, and then just have a thing where he don't want to hear what you have to say. You have to listen to what he has to say. Like, I know for a fact that one day we were going to be able to set up you at a desk and just let you spaz about whatever conspiracy theory, your religious talk, whatever you think is right, whatever out there is wrong. And you're going to be able to be very good at that.
Probably. We shall see.
The Church of Ty.
Depends how the audience fares regarding me. Because
Ooh, I'm sure
I'm somewhat of an acquired taste.
yeah. Definitely. Very acquired taste, this guy.
But at least it's not the same shit everybody else is saying. You get a new perspective. That's for sure.
But it's better than a person saying all kinds of shit they don't really believe. Like whatever controversial thing
Yeah.
you talk about, you
There's
actually
one
fucking
thing
mean.
I
You mean what
am
the fuck
is
I said.
honest.
And mean what you say.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You do joke around. You fuck around.
I do, but I make it clear that I'm joking around.
Yeah. But we at like an hour.
You're 57 minutes.
Subscribe to the page.
Yeah. Go to the Patreon. Do it. It's only $4, you fucking mom.
Yeah, and drop some comments.
It's fun.
Recommend some decorations for us for the new setup.
Whenever this somehow gets viewership, feel free to send whatever weird shit and we'll put it up.
Yeah, once we get a PO box set up or something.
We technically do. Well, I can't put that one out, actually. Never mind. Retracted statement.
At some point in the future.
But I don't know, something since this is just the dawn of a new era. I don't know what compels me in my mind so hard, but I have to order a pair of truck nuts to hang off this mantle. It's just too funny. And they have to be blue truck nuts because they're blue balls.
Hey, yo, pause.
I want a pair of blue balls on my mantle. next to Mexican Jesus.
That's not even Jesus. It's like a saint, isn't it?
No, that's Jesus.
This is Mexican Jesus.
All right. Amen.
Say something about the album on the
Oh,
outro.
I'm gonna put a new album up here every fucking time. I
Talk
can't
about it.
reach it, but that is Leonard Skinner, Second Helping. It's got a lot of good songs on it. I think it's got Sweet Home Alabama, Tuesday's Gone.
Tuesday's
Actually,
Gone.
Tuesday's
Banger.
Gone might be on Leonard Skinner title album. But,
It don't say on there?
let me just look at it.
Uh-oh, don't knock down Bobby. Hold this dandelion.
Let's see. It's got Call Me the Breeze, Ballad
Banger.
of Curtis Lowe,
Banger.
The Needle and the Spoon, their heroin song. That one's pretty good.
That one's an acquired taste.
Sweet Home
I have to be really in
Alabama.
the mood for that.
Ooh, I Need You. That's a good one.
I don't know that one.
Ooh, baby, I need you. Something like that.
Gay.
Working for MCA, that one's good. Yeah, check it out. I'm gonna put a new album up there every podcast,
Peak game, fool.
and I'll tell you about it at the end.
But
Maybe you can find some new music.
peace out. Try Zen. Subscribe to the Patreon. Suck my wiener. Goodbye.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Not sponsored by Pfizer.